Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hands-free once again. I am back to my crazy hand motion self because I don't have to hold my microphone anymore. I do not look like Mean Gene Okerlund anymore, and it's nice. I got this new mic stand. It works a lot better. It's more stable. The old one was nice. It had the robo arm stuff, but this one is a good boom stand. It works really well. And I'm excited. I'm very excited about it because we're upgrading here on Dead on Dave Productions. We're getting better all the time. We're getting new stuff. I'm planning on upgrading a lot of things and making the channel look better, making the shows look better. Anything I can do to make the experience of you guys, watching just a little bit better. It means a lot. So thanks for the last couple days of sitting through all the videos that I've been doing, holding the microphone, and they haven't been as long because my left arm sucks so much. From all the nerve damage, I'm really not able to be comfortable. And when I'm not comfortable, I don't deliver the same type of good content, I feel. If it's ever good, I have no idea. I'd like to think that it's somewhat entertaining most of the time, though. So I'm glad that I can get back to doing that without having to worry about any other stupid things like my microphone stand. So, new one, we're all good there. Also, thank you for the support on the Spike video. Had fun with that. The bunny needed to be seen by the masses. He's just too damn cute. So that's really cool. He made his Royal Rumble pick. I have not made mine yet because I am not sure where I fall on it. I feel there's a few good candidates. It would not surprise me, the WWE doing what they do, if Randy Orton came back and won the goddamn thing. It wouldn't shock me at all. So right now it's hard to think. You would think Bryan is the odds-on favorite, but Reigns is still going to be there, and he still has a very good chance of winning it as well. There's a few interesting things to look at here. Somebody brought this up, and I thought it was kind of a cool way of looking at it. What if Rollins wins the title and everything at Royal Rumble, but he doesn't have to use his Money in the Bank contract to do it? What if he just wins the fucking thing because Undertaker gets involved or Sting gets involved or whatever, and Rollins ends up winning it without using his Money in the Bank briefcase? Wouldn't that be incredible? That means he would not only be the champion, but he'd be holding the Money in the Bank briefcase as well. Now the question would be, because this is what they could do. If that were to happen, because I've been thinking about it since I wish I can give credit to the guy who commented. I'm so sorry, but I don't have it in front of me. I've been thinking about it since I read it. They could do one of two things. They could have him hold on to the briefcase and the title. So if he were to lose the title, let's say at Mania, he could just cash in right there. That would be cool. Or if they don't feel that enough competitors are going to be in an exciting enough match, you can vacate the Money in the Bank briefcase. I mean, Rollins has had it for a long time, and why not have the biggest Money in the Briefcase ladder match in history at WrestleMania? Go ridiculous. Go like 12 guys. Do something insane. Go big with it. That would be really, really cool. I think that's another way that they can go with it. That's if they want to do that. But I really feel that if Rollins wins, the only way that I can be really happy with that is if Bryan wins the Rumble. Because you know what though, Ambrose can win the Rumble if that's the case, and now I'd be just as satisfied. Even if Reigns wins the Rumble, we're still looking at a hell of a storyline going through. So I mean, any of those guys winning the Rumble, it really makes a lot of sense. And Rollins being the champion going into WrestleMania just makes so much more sense to me the more I think about it. I mean, Lesnar being the champ going in really does not mean a lot, because I mean, I do not get all this clamoring for Lesnar fucking Bryan. Why do so many people why do you think this is going to be a good match? Explain to me, what have you seen from Brock Lesnar to make you believe that this is going to be a good match? Joe Cronin likes to throw around about how Brock sells his ass off. Yeah, he sells his ass off when he's getting thrown around by The Undertaker or Mark Henry or The Big Show. He's not going to be able to throw himself around the ring when fucking 5'10" Daniel Bryan hits him. I mean, come on. Now, I want a little believability, and I want a really, really, really good match going into Mania, and I'm not so sure that Lesnar and Bryan is the way to go. Not when Lesnar and Undertaker 2 makes so much more sense, especially if you want to have The Undertaker make his reemergence at Royal Rumble and make Rumble just huge. Can you imagine? Now, we won't get Sting and The Undertaker fighting, but they both appearing on the same card, because we're all, I'm getting less and less confident that Sting's even going to show up at the Rumble. Depending on how things go, Sting may not show up till the night after. So keep that in mind as well. There's just a whole bunch of random-ass friggin' thoughts that are running through my head right now, and I'm kind of going crazy with it. And I've gotten completely off topic because today's episode is an NXT review. That is what today's Daily Focus is. But I haven't done a video with length and everything and substance in a couple of days, so I kind of want to give back a little bit and just kind of go with thoughts that are in my head. So stick with me, folks, because this could be a long, bumpy ride. Let's get into NXT, man. And before I get too far, Jesus H. Chrysler, guys. Sami Zayn and Adrian Neville. Fuck, these guys can wrestle. Man, the way they go after each other, the way they know each other, it's really, really good. It's not as good as their TakeOver match, but it's pretty damn close. The main event they have is phenomenal. I mean, it really is. And people could talk all this stuff about the New Japan Pro Wrestling pay-per-view that happened. This match could have easily been on that card, and it would have been a talk of that. It may not have been the greatest match on the card, but it would have been up there, and people would have been talking about it in the same light as the rest of those matches. This was a great match. Neville and Zayn tear the house down every time they go after each other. It didn't have as much length as some of their other matches, but it didn't need it. They tell stories. The way these guys tell stories, the way they know each other, the way they would stop. Neville checking on Sami kind of playing possum. All of these things, how familiar they are with each other. The turn during the match where, I'm sorry, I'm sorry about this, boom, I mean, they hit each other with these stiff punches and kicks, it seems, because I swear to God, it felt like 2 or 3 times they were actually connected on some of these kicks. And it was a great match. Sami Zayn with a really nice victory. I feel that was the way to go. I know I'm doing a main event first, guys, but it's so good. I really wanted to talk about it. Zayn picking up the victory cleanly and decisively, I think, was very important, because now you can shift focus to what they did shift focus to, and that is Kevin Owens. Now, a lot of people felt that this was going to be a 3-way dance type of storyline. The way that Neville lost this match and then did not get involved when Owens came down after and attacked Sami Zayn tells me a couple things. Neville may be closer to going up to the main roster than we think, possibly even being a surprise entrant in the Rumble. It would not surprise me at all if that happened, even though I just used the word surprise. But I can see him easily showing up at the Royal Rumble and making his debut there, because essentially it looks like they've written him out of this storyline because he did not get involved. There was his rematch. He lost clean. He lost decisively. Fairly decisively, I would say. He put on a very good match. And then Owens getting involved at the end and not even batting an eye towards Neville tells me that at the very least Neville's out of the storyline and he might be out of NXT, which is not such a bad thing as long as they actually do something good with the guy and not – hopefully – this Mighty Mouse thing, all their overreaction to it is just that, overreaction, hopefully, because it was Mighty Mouse inspired. So hopefully it's not going to be as bad as what we're thinking. With any luck, he's just going to be a smaller wrestler that's dominating and flying through the air with the greatest of ease. Well, guess what? That's what he does anyway. So, it should be very interesting to see how they handle him going forward. I'm very excited to see what they do. I'm also very excited to see Zayn and Owens. These two have such a long-standing rivalry. People who don't know, Sami Zayn was Generico for a very long time. And Kevin Owens, these two have just beaten the hell out of each other for a long, long time. And they have had such a great feud. And it's nice to see that they're going right into it now as well. So it should be a lot of fun to see where they go and see the type of matches that they can deliver. I noticed something about Kevin Owens when he came out. He looks an awful lot like Brock Lesnar. Now, I understand he does not have the same torso as Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar's obviously more stocky and built. But his arms, the way he walks to the ring with the cut-off shirt and stuff, and his arms are almost the same size as Lesnar's. And people are going to be like, oh, Lesnar's jacked. Lesnar is not so jacked in the arms. If you watch him, you'll notice the same thing I do. Lesnar's got rather average-looking arms until he really starts to pump them out. Kevin Owens is the same type of way. I just noticed a lot of similarity in the way that they walk, the way they carry themselves. Kevin Owens could be that type of guy. He doesn't have the same physique, obviously. He doesn't look like the same type of beast. But I don't know. I get the same type of presence from Owens that I do from Lesnar, which is a really, really cool thing. So seeing what these guys all do with each other is just entertaining the living hell out of me. And I'm excited to continue this storyline and see where it goes. What do you guys think? Am I overblowing this main event, or was this main event as good as I thought it was? I felt it was a great match, a lot of fun, a lot of action, and the ending was good. It was exactly what it needed to be, and now that rivalry seems to be over. Or is it? Do you guys think Neville is going to continue to be involved, and we're going to see a three-way? We're going to see these guys go after each other in triple threats or whatever, or maybe Neville's going to take a break and then reinsert himself into it at some point. They could always do I felt that's what they were going to do tonight. Owens beating down Zayn and then Neville coming to his defense and getting involved in a three-way thing. But apparently not. Apparently the beatdown he got from Owens the 2 weeks ago was enough to make Neville not want any more of the crazy man Kevin Owens. So tell me what you guys think of that match. I'm interested to hear your thoughts. Let's go ahead and get back to the very beginning of the show. We'll talk about it. Renee Young, Rich Brennan, and Alex Riley on commentary. This is my favorite trio of people. Now, I would like to see Renee, Corey Graves, and Rich Brennan, and maybe even Rich Brennan out completely and get Tom Phillips in there. Ideally, I would love to see Renee, Tom Phillips, and Corey Graves work together. I think that could be a hell of a three-way there. I think that could be a great trio, a lot of fun. But Alex Riley's very good, and him and Renee have very good chemistry. I wonder if they've had sex. They seem like they may be familiar with one another, if you know what I'm saying. They have good chemistry. It's a lot of fun to see them talk to each other. So I love that commentary. What do you guys think of the commentary? I'm digging it. NXT's got the best commentating crew, no matter who's doing it in the company right now. Hopefully someone else will take notice. The show I talked a hell of a lot about the main event, but the show kicked off in a hell of a way. Tyson Kidd comes out to face Finn Balor, and Tyson was so serious about this match. Natty wasn't with him. Finn, with or without that makeup, that's still a badass entrance. Finn Balor has one of the best entrances in wrestling right now. I friggin' love this entrance because nobody's doing theatrical entrances right now. I mean, who's doing a real theatrical entrance other than like Bray Wyatt? And even his, it's okay. He's just walking in the dark with a lantern. I mean, Balor's got the music, his gyrations, the way he stops and pauses with the light popping. All of it is just so captivating. This guy is a friggin' star. So it's interesting that Kidd is in this match. Kidd has reinvigorated his career on both scenes, and it's fun to see him come back down and fight a guy like Balor. This was a great, great match. I mean, really incredible, borderline incredible. Tyson Kidd is so damn good. It's ridiculous how good this guy is and just how little he has gained in his career. And I know injuries has had something to do with it and, other circumstances and all that. But Tyson Kidd, the excuses are starting to fade away, and it's time to start seeing exactly how good Tyson Kidd can be. And I think the WWE is going to start giving him a more in-depth look. At the very least, they're trying to get more out of him on WWE, while at the same time letting him take on these top guys down in NXT, and just to see where they are at. Is it me, or is Tyson Kidd becoming that measuring stick in NXT? They're putting their top guys against him and see just how well they can work. And let me tell you, Finn Balor passed the litmus test. He just did. He's so good. He wins with this insane double stomp that we've seen him do. This time, it was to a standing Tyson Kidd. He was leaning over, getting up, and this was to his fucking head. Holy shit. And Kidd sells it so well. It kind of looked sloppy until you saw the replay, and then you go back and watch it again and realize that's what they were trying to do. And it just looked really, really nasty. People could talk about PG all they want. I'm getting tired of the PG bullshit, by the way. NXT's PG, and it's fucking the best thing on television. It's better than any of the other shit that you see in other organizations right now that aren't exactly PG. It's okay to be PG. You could have a little edge. You could have some uber violence in matches like that fucking double stomp to the head and curb stomps and things like that. You could have those things and still be PG. Shut the fuck up about the PG thing. It's a weak argument. There are so many reasons to be pissed off about the product. PG is not the biggest of them. It's such a weak argument, and I'm getting tired of hearing it over and over. It's PG. You could have a TV-13 or a PG-13 rating, and the product could still be fucking horrible. This is my point that I'm trying to make. As long as the stories are told well in the ring and these guys are going for it, which there are just not a lot of guys up on the main roster that are right now. It seems like most of them are cashing a check and trying to protect their spot more than they are focusing on the matches. And that's something that I think everybody needs to really take into consideration. How many of these guys right now are just protecting their spot? I mean, it's insane to me. I'm looking at it more and more in depth now. I'm really taking a look at just how many guys are truly going for it, and how many guys are just collecting a paycheck trying to keep their spot in the company. That's not good enough. That's the reason why the product is not great. It has nothing to do with being PG. Get over the fucking PG thing. What are we, fucking 10? Jesus. Let's get over it. We're wrestling fans. Hopefully, a good majority of us are mature wrestling fans that know what we want to see. The PG is just a rating. NXT is showing that you don't need anything more than PG as long as the matches are phenomenal. All right? I think that's proved that. Balor, Kidd, they're proving it. Okay? Next matchup, Bull Dempsey and Baron Corbin. Now, I was a little disappointed. Bull first cut a good promo before the match. This guy can talk. He might be close. They need a better gimmick. I know what they're trying to do with the last of a dying breed thing. That's why they have him in the suspender trunks and all that. That's fine. I get it. All this build-up, weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks of build-up between these guys, and they have about a 3-minute match. I mean, it was not a long match. Corbin, they both got some good offense in. Corbin hits a very impressive end of days to win. It was a very hard-hitting match. I think abrupt was kind of the match they were going for. These guys are not going to work a 15-minute match with each other, so I kind of forgave the length of it. However, they could have done, with all of the build-up they've had to this match, they could have done 3 to 5 minutes of good in-ring work where they're just beating the hell out of each other, and then did something on the outside, some kind of spot to where they could not finish the match. Now, that could make both guys look weaker, or maybe a double disqualification spot where they're both just standing in the ring. They both have each other by the friggin' hair on top of the head, and they're just trading punches over and over and over and over, and they don't stop, and the ref has to get in and call the match because they will not fucking stop, and they just keep grabbing each other and just continuing to punch and punch and punch and punch. That's the ending I would have liked to have seen for this first match, but instead they have killed it now. Unless they're going to do a series of matches and they're going to have both of these guys lose their undefeated streak like now Bull has, maybe he's going to get the better of Baron Corbin later on, and he will no longer be undefeated. I don't know if that's a good idea because Baron Corbin, this guy, he is close. He does not have a lot of charisma yet, speaking-wise. I mean, he has got great facial expressions, and he can control the crowd and control a mood inside the ring with just the way he looks and just the way he moves. He's got a great look to him. He looks very intimidating, very serious. This guy is he's a little bit away. He's not ready yet. But he's getting close, and I like that. I don't know how close Bull is. Like I said, I don't know if his gimmick is gonna work at the next level because he looks so strange. He looks a lot like Hugh Morris, man. If you notice, I had to look it up because I wanted to see if he was Hugh Morris's kid. But he looks a lot like Bill DeMott, especially back in WCW days when he was Hugh Morris. He looks a lot like him. You know, he's got the same type of body type, maybe a little bit shorter, but he looks a lot like him. It's kind of funny to watch. Next up, really the only other match on the card besides the main event. There's only 4 matches, but they were all entertaining. Natty and Natalya versus Charlotte versus Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks. Okay. Once again, the NXT Divas go and show the main roster girls exactly what's up. Because tag team matches on Raw and SmackDown with Divas, they're fucking terrible. The NXT one, not as terrible. There was a problem, but here it is. 3 out of the 4 people in this match were NXT rookie divas. You know, they're the least experienced people in the match, right? Natalya is the one person who is on the main roster. She should have been the most squared away. She should have been the most in line, perfectly executed wrestler, right? Wrong. Natalya was the worst thing about this match. She missed at least 4 different spots. She didn't seem to be in the right ring position at least 3 or 4 times. And she made everybody else look really bad. In fact, I feel that she sandbagged Charlotte at one point in this match. They did like a lucha type move where Natty would come off the ropes and they would go crotch to crotch as Charlotte picks her up and drops her on an opponent. It seemed like Charlotte had the proper leverage, but it didn't seem like Natalya was shifting her weight backwards for Charlotte to get into it. It looked like she sandbagged her to me. It really did. It looked like she purposely tried to make her look bad. Now, on the running spot where Natalya runs over the person, Sasha was out of position. So I'm not giving Natalya a lot of shit for that one. However, other parts in the match, Natalya just seemed out of place. She rolled the wrong way getting out of the ring and kind of collided with Charlotte, completely accidental. Her finishing spot where she pulls Becky Lynch out of the ring, I feel she was supposed to get entangled with the ropes a little bit more, so it made a little more sense when Charlotte hit the ropes and it kind of catches her in the chest. That would have made more sense if Natty hadn't rushed her spot. Natty brought down the match by a few points here. It was a good match still, and Sasha Banks, God, last week I asked the question, can Sasha Banks work with other divas? Was she just a product of Charlotte's greatness? Let me tell you, that question has been answered. Sasha Banks can work. Plain and simple. This chick can friggin' go. She can go. She can wrestle. Plain and simple. She's vicious. She's mean. She's got an attitude. She's got a unique look that we don't see very often in the WWE anymore. Everybody's a carbon copy. Everyone's a cutout. Every now and then you'll get an AJ Lee or a Paige. But to see someone unique, and Sasha is unique. Even Charlotte, to some degree, is kind of a cutout-looking diva. Blonde, tall. I mean, she's athletic. She's more of the Alundra Blaze type athleticism and body type. But you know what I mean? Even her, she's got that typical prototypical diva look. Sasha Banks doesn't. Sasha's got this different fiery type of thing going on. And it's cool to see. And the fact that she can go. Becky didn't get to show much during this match. but she played her role well. And again, as always, Charlotte is just nasty. I mean, that chick can she's ready. She's ready. She does not need to be at NXT anymore. But they keep giving us reasons to want to see her continue to fight Sasha Banks. Sasha, yes, with the roll-up, with a handful of tights, does beat Charlotte with a handful of tights, but she hits a nasty neck breaker to set it up. And it's so interesting to see these guys go, these ladies really tear each other to pieces. And it's unfortunate that Natalya could not do her role as a veteran and kind of lead the way and make everybody look better like she kind of is supposed to. It's interesting, though, to me that her and Tyson Kidd are kind of in the same role as far as I think it's because they are so good most of the time. Natalya, not tonight, but they're usually so damn good that having them work with the divas on both rosters makes sense. And even more importantly, having them work with these youngsters at NXT and kind of getting an idea of where they at makes a lot of sense. Now, it makes you ask the question. The question has to be asked, is this because they're married and it's most convenient, or is it saying something about their spot in the company? Is WWE saying this is where you guys are and you're never going to be big stars? However, you're integral. You're very important. You're never going to be those main event type caliber stars, but you're fucking important, and this is why you're important. And if that is the case, are Natty and Kid ever going to be satisfied with that? It's, it makes you wonder. It does make you wonder. So, great NXT yet again, and only doing an hour, it makes me want more. I want to watch another hour of this because I want to see Hideo Itami. I want to see him. I want to see William Regal get a little bit more involved. I'd like to see more out of the Vaudevillains, the Lucha Dragons, see what they're going to do. There's plenty of guys that I'd love to see. The Certified G's, I'd love to see those guys. Enzio, fucking asshole. These guys are crazy. I'd love to see that. And I do also enjoy things like last week where they bring up these random new guys with no pedigree, no background, and we get to see them as well. So there's all of these things that weren't on the show, but because they have such a deep roster and they only do an hour, they're able to still every week pump out a great show. Some better than others, because this week was probably 8.5, I'd say, maybe even a 9. It was really solid. That was a solid hour of wrestling. 45 minutes, you are entertained from pillar to post, and there's nothing dragging it down. There's no really bad backwards. There was a couple segments in the back, but nothing that dragged anything down. The commentary didn't take away from anything for me, which is rare. It's rare to not notice how bad the commentary is. It's rare to be sitting there in a match and go, man, I wish these guys would shut up. They were calling matches. They were telling stories. They were having fun. That's what commentary is supposed to be, and this is what a wrestling show is supposed to be. This is why you guys, a lot of you, some of you, especially in the Joe Cronin show world on Monday Night Raw, are like, how can you always be so optimistic? And this is why, because I see it. They're doing it right in one part of the company, so I got to figure they're going to be able to do it right, and they do it times on the other part. Are there a myriad of problems? Yes, there are so many problems within the WWE. It's not even funny. I don't have time to list them all. We know that. But what's the point of continuing to come out and hammer the same? Vince is out of touch. Vince is out of touch. Vince is out of touch. We know Vince is out of touch. We get that. Some people are going to continue to thrive regardless, though. We don't need to keep saying the same thing every single day. It's just there's no point in that. Now, when there are legitimately good things going on all over the company, Jesus, man. It drives me nuts, some of you guys. I love each and every one of you, but fuck. Use your brains a little bit. Critically think a little bit more when you're thinking about wrestling. You guys, anybody who's like, oh, well, Dave is too analytical. Dave cares too much. Well, you're fucking A right. I care on my goddamn YouTube on a couch talking about wrestling. I'm going to be fucking into this. Of course I am. Jesus, what do you want? And you guys obviously are into it too because you care enough to come watch one of these fucking shows. So if you're going to take the time to watch these shows, why not further your enjoyment and think a little bit more about what's going on and what can be better? And this doesn't apply to everybody because there's a lot of smart people. And I'll be quite honest, there's a few guys in the comment section that are way better at this than I am. They're way smarter. They have better thoughts. They're always consistently good, and I have no problem saying that. You guys are phenomenal, and but there are some, and maybe they're just trolling, I have no idea, that are just like, no, the product sucks and that's it. Well, no, that's not it. There's a story to tell here. So if any of you want to tell that story, leave your information in the comment section below. Tweet me at DeadOnDaveV. Get in touch with me on Facebook, facebook.com / this guy's take on it. Get in touch with me. Contact me right here on YouTube. Find me on Skype, whatever. You get in touch with me. I'll have you on. We'll do 5 minutes where you can just tell me exactly what WWE's doing wrong, why I'm wrong, why I'm right, whatever you want to talk about. I'll have you on. You can ask some of the other people that I've had people on. I've met a few people this way. Ed Crowley, I haven't had him in a while. He might be dead. I have no idea. Crowley, if you're out there, man, hit me up, buddy. Let me know you're alive. Fuck. Abstract Muscle, I've had a conversation with him. I recorded it, but I didn't record one of our audio. I'm an idiot. It happens every now and then. I love doing this type of stuff. So you guys let me know. Here's the only thing. Remember, I'm in Germany. So depending where you are in the country, I am between 6 and 9 hours ahead of you. So you have to adjust to my schedule. I'll do my best to try to accommodate accordingly. But if you want to come on and talk, this is the place. I'm not going to give you a half hour. I'm not going to put you on an entire show because this isn't fan show productions. This is Dead on Dave Productions where I make it about you, but I still got to have it about me too because I'm a big old fat guy with nothing but time on his hands and I love to talk. So look, make sure you guys are checking all that stuff out. Getting involved is great. We're 1 week away from the Rumble almost. I hope you guys are excited about that. I certainly am. I think Monday Night Raw is going to be fantastic, and I'm really, really juiced up about it with all the surprise people that should be on the show. Also, make sure you're checking out my merchandise site, deadondave.spreadshirt.com, where you can drink from my face. There's now a mug up there with my face, the face that you see right over here. On this shirt, it's the same one, but it's on a mug. It's the Mighty Copious mug. I mean, does it get better than that? Drink from me. Wear the shirts. I'm still waiting. Somebody, I don't know if anyone's bought any of the things or if you just haven't taken pictures, but if you take a picture of you either drinking out of the mug or wearing the shirt, I will do something special for you, whether it's a show based off of your ideas. If you guys have an idea for a show, buy the shirt, buy the cup, take a picture, tweet it to me, and I'll retweet it, and I'll get you on the show, and I'll do a show based on what you want to see, or I'll send you one of the gifts out of my many boxes, my unboxing boxes that I get. I'll send you a little gift, a little thank you. You support me, I help you guys out too because I love you guys, and I appreciate everything that you do for me and being a part of this fantastic little thing I got going on. We're well over 300 subs now. We have the 300 subs was there, and we went rocketed right past it. We're almost at 320 subs. The light is just getting brighter and brighter for Dead on Dave Productions. I think by the end of this year, we could easily be at 1,000 or maybe even more subs, and that's all because of you guys making this happen. So continue to like, continue to share, continue to tweet people, continue to get this out there. Put it on Reddit for me, guys, because I get in trouble for self-promoting. So throw this link on Reddit. You got a couple seconds? Go throw this thing on Reddit for me. Help me out. Let's make That on Dave Productions go crazy. And if you're in any communities on Google+, forward them to me. Let me know, and I'll get in that community, and I'll put my videos there as well. Because this is all about growth, and it helps you, it helps me, it helps Joe Cronin, it helps Tommy C, it helps everybody. So Hope you guys are enjoying everything that's going on here on the channel. Make sure you check out that Tommy NC 2010 interview on Creators Corner. That is up. It should be the right next video. Go check that out right now because it is hilarious. You want to be inspired. You want to have your controversial bones tickled all throughout your body, and you just want to have a good time and laugh with a couple dudes just talking. This is the interview for you. Go check it out. Let me know how my interview skills are progressing. I'd like to know some feedback on that. As always, I appreciate everything. You guys rock. The best fans, viewers, fans, I don't have fans, whatever. I have viewers, you guys, community members. You're the best in YouTube, man. You are the best on YouTube. Hands friggin' down. You guys are passionate. You comment, and I appreciate it. I'm Dead on Dave. This is Dead on Dave Productions. This was your daily focus. I will see you later. Peace.